Hello there people of Vestinia, welcome to the belated summary of 2023. Please vote in the yearly poll linked below. With that out of the way, let's look at what I've managed to accomplish in 2023. I've started out the year by wrapping up The Evil Within. Incredibly enough, I haven't finished any of the DLCs in 2022. Thus, I have finished up The Assignment, which predictably enough left me on quite a cliffhanger. Then I followed up with The Consequence. I'm still upset that I've missed some documents, but I was deeply moved by Kidman's story. The Executioner was a disappointment. This is a survival horror game. Stomping around the place and crushing the haunted just didn't feel right. On top of that, the story was extremely lacking, and the whole thing felt haphazardly cobbled together. Afterwards, I moved on to The Wolf Among Us. I love narrative experiences. Granted, it takes me forever to get through these games because I insist on sharing every single thought I have, of which I have plenty. It comes with the territory, I guess, what with the philosophy degree and all that. The Wolf Among Us was awesome. Completely switching gears, I followed it up with Exmouth Defense. What a beautiful game. The gameplay is not too shabby either. I still have the DLCs to get through, and I might want to replay a single mission with some cold damage snuck by me. Beyond Exmouth Defense was Ozymandias, the Bronze Age Empire sim. This exceeded my expectations. For the first time in over 10 years, my top 10 most viewed videos in a given week wasn't just Heroes of Might and Magic 2, with some stray entry sneaking at the very bottom only to disappear. They have secured stable spots on that list. Canaanites in particular. I guess all those hours of desperate efforts weren't completely wasted. I've also started out on quite a journey with Resident Evil 2. I've waited with playing this until I got my 3080, but the ray tracing experience was worth it. I've played through Leon's first campaign as well as the one for Claire. I got a bit bogged down in Leon's Scenario B after my recording crashed, but I'll sort this out in due time. I suppose not many people are waiting with bated breath to see a third and fourth attempt at largely the same thing. Not that many have watched the first or second to begin with. I have finally gotten around to playing the Price of Loyalty expansion of Heroes of Might and Magic 2 and beat the Price of Loyalty campaign. I look forward to finally putting that game, and by extension this chapter of my life, behind me. But I'm not a quitter, so the only way seems to be through. On a lark, again, I've decided to do something seasonal for Halloween. This time it was Silent Hill 1. And it was quite a fun, exciting experience. Notably, this was the first time in my life that I've tried seriously playing through something using a controller. I'm a PC gamer. This is not my sort of thing, and yet, all things considered, it went surprisingly well for a first time. Finally, there's the unique poach experience to mention. I did put out a video. I do enjoy making these. I wish they got more views, but the same goes for everything I post, I guess. Unfortunately, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I got somewhat sidetracked. Previously, I've planned to get through 6 games. A modest goal, one might argue. These were the following: Resident Evil 2, The Wolf Among Us, Loop Hero, Master of Magic, Tomb Raider, and Laura Bow 2, The Dagger of Amon-Ra. An astute viewer will note that while I have played The Wolf Among Us, I still have Scenario B left in Resident Evil 2, while the remaining 4 titles are nowhere to be seen. In actuality, I have not only beaten but gotten 100% of the achievements in Loop Hero. I simply haven't posted it since I'm not entirely sure how I want to edit it. The game is extremely repetitive and grindy, so I would prefer to release at least one version that focuses on my vivacious reactions to in-game events and dialogue, while eliding as much of the core gameplay as humanly possible. I may post a full-length version alongside that, just for those hardcore few who actually want to see that. Either way, I have the footage. I also have everything set up to play and enjoy Master of Magic, and that probably should be my next priority. I understand that there's a degree of tedium and repetitiveness associated with that game as well, but I should probably have a decent bit of fun with it regardless while learning the ropes. As for the remaining titles, I'll probably get on with Tomb Raider and The Dagger of Amon-Ra after I beat Scenario B in Resident Evil 2. It shouldn't take long at this point. I'm sufficiently familiar with the game to plan and execute things with little difficulty, even in the highest level. Other than that, most notably, my aim in 2023 is to post 3 videos every single week. Well, that's going to take a decent bit of effort, but I think I can manage. As far as what I want to post is concerned, there are a couple of candidates that seem obvious to me, but will probably be completely left field from your perspective. Well, first of all, there's the remaining Silent Hill 1 episodes. I plan tackling that game again, so I'll likely have more to show here. Sincerely hope I can get a better ending, but I refuse to look up spoilers. Then there's a lot of footage from my Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm playthroughs. I'm particularly proud of those. As flawed as they are, I will go a step further and say that if there's anything of value I can provide in terms of commentary and narrative-based games, if there's anything unique I can offer, it's in those playthroughs. Granted, what I can uniquely offer isn't necessarily what you have to appreciate. And with the limited exposure I expect those videos to have, I'm under no illusion that they will do particularly well. Still, I've tried. I've done my best, and that's as much as one could expect out of anyone, I guess. The third thing I have footage of are the streams so far. Let me remind you, I stream every Saturday at 7 PM CET, or CEST. Most notably, there's a conclusion to my Blood playthrough. Good times. Finally, there's a decent chunk of footage from demos of the Autumn Next Fest. I'm not going to track the footage that I have so painstakingly collected away. This will go into relatively brief overview videos. I have numerous hopes for 2024. How these will pan out, I do not know. I will keep on streaming, try to post 3 times a week, and will refine my workflow as I go along. Once again, I hope you'll find something I post to your taste. Remember, I pay attention to all the feedback I get. Please vote in the poll, have a wonderful 2024, and you will see me elsewhere.